to hit you with some boxing news and a little bit of commentary to add with it, obviously. The first topic up is obviously going to G5JeffTV.com, hitting that prediction league. Let me state in the utmost urgency. Let's go to that league, man. It's the hottest thing cracking. It's free. Can't beat free. You know what I mean? We got 3 winner positions. We also got a head-to-head contest. You know, a little idea I put together. So, you know, big kudos to me for giving us the opportunity to, you know what I mean, not be raked over by the so-called bookies and odds makers, so to speak. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all tap into that, man. That's a great site. I'll be adding some more articles, so definitely read those articles, man. You know what I mean? Give me some raw insight. You know what I mean? Definitely on topic. We're being respectful with our commentary and with our analysis. So tap into the articles. Definitely for surely jump on that prediction league, man. Hottest thing going, starting off August 20th. So get in there, man. You got all week, make your picks. You know what I mean? Revise your picks and head to that head-to-head contest. You never know what kind of bag you can squeeze out of there. So anyway, man, I wanted to move on to a couple boxing news topics that I found interesting. And first up, we're going to definitely talk about the heavyweight title fight going down, rematch, Usyk and Joshua. If you're looking at Usyk and any of the clips that's around, training clips that he got out, IG, maybe something on Twitter, definitely Instagram for sure. This guy's looking bulky, man. He's looking hulky. He's looking Drago-esque, you know what I mean? So I think if you look at the article, they're saying they're getting ready for Fury. This could be that it could be that way. I can't disagree with this article and what I read. Basically, my 1-2 on it is, if he uses that weight wrong and doesn't continue to box with that weight, he could find himself in trouble, because AJ got Sting, man. AJ's a big guy in his own right, so we don't want to turn this into a rock'em sock'em robot sort of contest with that weight. We want him to still continue to box in and out, using angles, things like that. So the bulkiness, again, you don't let it play against you, and don't put your don't put the cart in front of the horse. Old school saying right there, don't put the cart in front of the horse. So don't get to thinking about which is probably a bigger bag than the AJ rematch. Usyk Fury definitely should be a big bag. You know, Fury's, you know what I mean, he's just one of those top guys as far as drawing people in. And he definitely has to have the right opponent, so to speak. So he's had that in his last few fights. Trilogy with Wilder. Obviously, he got rid of Dillian White, who has a big name in the sport. So that'll be a good draw, I do believe. And I think Usyk's turning into a character more. If you see the haircut on him, things like that, he's definitely trying to be more fan friendly, so to speak. So being bulky, being a big guy, probably coming in this fight looking for the knockout, because like everybody loves the knockout. So I think that's the reason why you might see the weight on him. Again, going back to my point of him trying not to lose the boxing with that weight. So anyway, man, next topic up, man, we want to go to I think we're gonna step into this Bivol Ramirez so-called matchup. I don't know if it's inked and ironed out, but that's not a bad matchup. Ramirez on a good run in his career, guy that possibly reached 50-0. Good fight. He's deserving of definitely of looking for at a world title fight. Probably been deserving 3 or 4 fights ago. You know what I mean? He has a good promotion behind him. You know what I mean? On a big platform with the Zan, so matching him up with Bivol, perfect way to go. Hard to say, like, next fight for Bivol should be Beterbiev, because of, you know, cross the roads, cross the street sort of thing. But Top Rank has been working with the guys across the pond, so to speak. So there might be a fight in the future, as Bob Arum wants, and I think the whole world wants it. As boxing fans, we want it. It's nothing like undisputed. You know what I mean? That, to me, that's something that should ink a lot of fighters for the Hall of Fame just off top. If you reach that pinnacle, I think that's just the first key to unlocking that Hall of Fame door, so to speak. So anyway, man, down the road, good fight, man, between all 3 guys. Either matchup you will see, it should be a good fight. You know what I mean? All guys can box. All these guys are smart in the ring, and all these guys got hands, meaning that they can punch. So I agree with Bob. I like this fight. Hopefully it don't take too long, because some of these guys are kind of getting up there in age. None of these guys are in their mid-20s, so we want to get these fights cracking as soon as possible, so to speak. So anyway, man, that's just my 1-2 on that particular story, and just how I feel about that story. And I hope y'all drop a comment, tell me how you feel about my commentary, or just dropping your opinion. Anyway, let's talk about Bud Crawford, man. Let's talk about Bud Crawford. He's telling everybody he's pound for pound best. I'm sure people won't argue with him. A lot of people won't argue with him. You know, he's got some pundits out there. Shout out to my guy Ray Jackson. You know what I mean? He has some words towards Ray Jackson too. Y'all can tap into IG and catch that. Anyway, about him being pound for pound, in my estimation, there's a guy that's neck and neck with him. Just a guy that hasn't gotten the acclamation from the boxing world, so to speak, because he hasn't been on the pay-per-view stage, things like that, and just hasn't gotten the shine, so to speak. And I think that's Bruce Ennis, man. I mean, Jerron is younger. I think he's faster. As many fights as Crawford has, but just hasn't had the opportunity at a belt. Why? Because he's a boogeyman. He's a guy that people want to stay away from. He's a guy that none of these top guys talk about. I haven't heard Spence and all of these guys, Thurman and these other welterweights, really mention Boots as, you know, I think I can conquer that mountain. You know what I mean? I like that clash. So he's a guy that hasn't gotten that look because he is a problem. So when you talk about pound for pound, you know, we leave out a lot of guys that haven't really accomplished the world title level yet, but that doesn't mean their skills don't rank. You know what I mean? Skill for skill, powers, movement, ability to counter punch, ability to, you know, lead the fight, take the fight to an opponent. Like, it's a few guys, and like I said, for me, it would be Bruce Ennis. You tell me if you disagree down in the comment section, or you give me another guy you think. Obviously, we got Earl Spence up there. We got Crawford. We got Lomachenko. We obviously got Haney. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of guys don't like Haney. I had Haney in my pound for pound a couple years ago. Y'all can check the record on that. G5 Jeff TV. Look up, GoodfellasPodcast. I put Devin Haney on the pound for pound list some time ago. I had Charlo on my pound for pound list, and that's Mel. So anyway, man, I think it's a few guys that can really, you know what I mean, go toe to toe with you when we talking resume. I ain't talking toe to toe fighting, because you know it's just not that sort of conversation just yet. You know, even though he would match up well with Mel, you know, that's 154, and him and Boots would be an outstanding fight. So probably better than him and Spence, because both these guys are smart boxers. So I think, you know what I mean, that matchup would be outstanding. The Mel matchup again would be outstanding. But just right now, talking about these guys, they're up there with the pound for pound conversation in my estimation. So that's just my 1-2 on this particular story. Again, shout out to my guy Ray Jackson. I mess with him on Twitter, so he's a big boxing head. Anyway, shout out to Crawford too for feeling the way he feels. Next story up, man, we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about Lomachenko supposedly getting the look from Devin Haney, if Devin Haney gets over Kambosos. If I doubt it's a if. He whitewashed him in the first fight. I don't think Kambosos can do anything but, you know, go towards a Reynoso six-pack. You know what I mean? Get some of that juice, because I don't think it's nothing he can do. Obviously, we're going to have VADA testing, so that's not, you know, that's not coming into play for him. But just, you know, being serious but sarcastic at the same time, it's nothing this guy can do to stop Devin Haney. And, you know, shout out Teddy Atlas. He was saying that the boy got holes in his umbrella, and that's Devin Haney. Well, he put the rainstorm on Kambosos, so I think Kambosos had the broken umbrella, my dude. So anyway, again, if you look at my list on Instagram, so tap in, rock in with me on Instagram. I'm back, I'm working. Had a little hiatus, but you can see me, man. I'm here, I'm working. Tap into the Instagram. I dropped a grade 8 for the lightweights, and y'all tell me what y'all think about that. There might be some new names in there that you might disagree with, you might agree with. So anyway, I did have Lomachenko second on that list, just to give y'all a heads up. And obviously, in my estimation, that should be the next fight for the undisputed champ. got a lot of fights, got a lot of opportunities out there to prove that he's the best in the game right now, or he could be dethroned. Because there's some names, some names out there I think can get with him right now. Lomachenko being one of them, Tank being another one. You know what I mean? I'm even looking at a guy like Frank Martin who has that good size. Obviously, Ryan Garcia has that good size at 135 that could deal with Devin Haney and maybe be stronger than him in this fight. But is he the smarter guy? You know what I mean? So I think those things are balanced out towards the future. Proving who's the best in the lightweight division is, to me, the new welterweight division that was around back in the day, when Floyd was running through it and things like that. I think lightweight division has taken that spot in boxing right now, just being the best division in boxing, being the most loaded at the top at least. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe one or two other divisions. 175 not too bad, but it's kind of been cleaned out here recently. So, you know what I mean? 160, I don't know. Again, I'm gonna just go with lightweight as the best division in boxing. So tap into that grade 8 on Instagram, drop a comment in the comment section, tell me how you feel. And I think to wrap it up, that might be it, man. I think that might be it. Everything, I really talked about everything that was on my mind. I didn't give you the fight reaction. I did not give you guys the fight reaction. My fight reaction from what Blair Cobb did, obviously what Ortiz did, and I put up a post on Instagram sharing with you guys right now. What's the next fight for either one of these contenders, man? I mean, they both did well in that contest. Obviously, Virgil doing what Virgil do. Blair pulling an upset. But when the weight situation came in, that kind of told me Hooker wasn't there all the way. So for a guy like Cobb who needed that opportunity, I thought he could take advantage of it after the fact. But early, I was leaning Hooker. You know what I'm saying? He got an OG, smart guy, long guy, rangy. Thought he was going to work the jab, keep Cobb on the outside. But Cobb outside boxing actually got him a couple droppage. You know what I mean? Got him a couple knockdowns. So he was in and out, moving better than I estimated. And I put my foot in my mouth on that one, and I pull it out, giving him his proper. So is he a top contender? I think we need some more fights from this guy, man. You know what I mean? I think he got to reprove himself from the Rocha fight. And again, the name I'm presenting with you is Razab Batayev. Let me say the dude's name right, because I've been calling him better Biev, because I like that name. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to call his name right, Razab Batayev. He's still a contender to me, a guy that's definitely can't be overlooked when you're trying to find a name to kind of present yourself, so to speak. So he lost against Stan Jonas. To me, that was a close fight. You know what I mean? Thought he just got out jabbed in that fight, and that was the difference. But he's a tough guy, no knockdowns. I don't think he got cut in that fight at all. So again, he deserves he's still there to get a shot. You know what I mean? I believe it's his first loss. And then you got to look at the guy who's lost. He did lose against Disputin, but that got wiped off. Disputin was dirty. Obviously, he should be coming back clean. So he's another guy, 147, that either one of these guys possibly get a good look at. You know what I'm saying? So, my bad. Anyway, as far as just my thoughts on that, you know what I'm saying? Again, Hooker, my dude, Hank Lundy. I think these guys should definitely hang up the gloves. Respectable careers, you know what I mean? No Hall of Fame guys, but definitely guys that are respected when you talk boxing and some of the achievements they've had. I believe both guys came off the canvas in their careers, and that's just a big thing to do in boxing in itself. So big shout out to both of them guys, but hang them spurs up, man. Hang them gloves up, you know what I'm saying? Just good guys to be, teachers and good guys to be, guys that help bring more people into the sport as far as their output and their understanding of the game, pointing the youngsters in the right direction. It could be good for that, for boxing, but in the ring, man, chasing these checks, don't do it, bro. It's not good for your health. I'm sure your families are definitely over your shoulder, kind of tapping on your shoulder, so to speak, and just kind of, asking you guys to take a step back. But big kudos to both guys, you know what I'm saying? I like both guys. I thought they had good skills. Hank Lundy, a lot of heart, Philly cats, man. It's just, we dumb that way. We just got a lot of heart, bro. So anyway, man, after my 1-2, giving you some boxing news, some boxing commentary, back in the game, you know what I'm saying? Active like hot grease, just popping, you feel me? Anyway, man, shout out to the team, G5Jeff TV, VP Shane, all the boxing family, extended, stay ready, L-Dub, Ashley's Corner, you know what I'm saying? Kiki, big shout out to the ladies that do their thing. So Boxing First Vlog, just trying to get more regular, you know what I'm saying, getting things reacclimated, being a part of the sport. I'm gonna get my writing back up, so see me soon on G5Jeff TV with the pen game. Anyway, man, that's just my 1-2, and I'm out.